The Midnight Library. The Tale of the Forgotten Book. In a small, quiet town nestled between misty hills, there was a mysterious library that only appeared at midnight. The library had no signs, no lights, and no doors anyone could see during the day. But as the clock struck 12, anyone curious or brave enough to walk by would see an old, wooden door slightly ajar, creaking in the cold night air. Our tale begins with a curious girl named Lena, who had heard rumors about the Midnight Library from her friends at school. They said it held books that told stories no one had ever heard. Books with blank covers and titles that changed with every visit. Eager to see it herself, Lena stayed up until midnight one crisp autumn night and made her way to the spot. Lena hesitated outside the door, a sense of thrill and unease washing over her. But she pushed it open, stepping into a room lined with towering shelves that seemed to stretch infinitely in every direction. The smell of old paper and leather filled the air, and as Lena stepped forward, her footsteps echoed into the silence. As she wandered, she noticed a small, forgotten-looking book lying open on a table, as if waiting for her. It had no title, only a strange, glowing symbol on its cover. Lena picked it up, and to her surprise, the pages were blank. Except for one line that read, "To understand this book, you must finish it." The lights flickered, and suddenly Lena found herself no longer in the library, but in a dark, forested path with fog swirling around her feet. The book was still in her hands, and each time she turned a page, words appeared, narrating her every move and thought. It became clear that Lena was now part of the story. The book told her to follow the path, leading her deeper into the forest. Shadows moved in the trees, and a strange whisper filled the air, warning her to stay on the path. Despite her fear, Lena continued, driven by a strange mix of curiosity and the feeling that she had to know the ending. After what felt like hours, she reached a clearing, where a stone pedestal stood with an inscription. "To return, you must remember what you have forgotten." Lena was puzzled but tried to think of what the book might mean. Then it hit her. She had been so focused on finding adventure that she had forgotten to thank her parents who always encouraged her to dream, and the friends who kept her grounded. She whispered a quiet thank you into the night, feeling a wave of warmth fill her heart. Just then, the fog lifted, and Lena found herself back in the Midnight Library. She looked down at the book in her hands, but the pages were no longer blank. Instead, they were filled with a story, a tale of gratitude and courage, her story. She set the book back on the table, realizing that sometimes the greatest adventures are those that remind us of what we already have.